I took off work this Sunday. Well, for not just Walking Dead reasons, but only because I usually work into the episodes, so I come home and I have to watch them. Like I have to. Well, I have DVR, but I have to rewind them, and it's a pain in the ass. But
First world problems.
yeah. Then I have to. Then I can't just lay back and watch. I have to fast forward the commercials.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I feel such a scumbag.
It's such a pain.
That's-
Oh my god.
Hey, are we gonna record a segment about it being on iTunes, or did you already do that for us with that video, Bill?
We can say
I
it.
think that video's enough.
Say
That was a great
What
video.
was the end of that video?
That was the
Here's
best video on that channel so far.
Here's the process of making that, okay? It was like 80 takes, where I just kept, like, it was supposed to be 30 seconds long. I was in between classes. I'm like, okay, the people who are subscribed on YouTube, might not know, because not everyone follows on Twitter and pays attention.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, I want to put up 30 seconds. That's all it's going to be. I'm just going to say, hey, run iTunes, guys, check us out. And instead, I'm like, oh, I got a joke here. I got a joke here. I could say this joke. And then I'm fucking up and messing it up. And then I fucked up the end, where I go, oh, this is a transitional update that really has no meaning. But the video did have a lot of meaning because I'm telling you an important announcement. So I just got really pissed off. Like, I'm not fucking redoing it. And I couldn't edit it off because I would just cut myself off mid-sentence. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just fucking done. I'm zooming in my goddamn chin with this fucking music on. And that was it. I figured, why not just make it fucking weird?
So some people would edit, some people would do the rational thing and edit it out.
Yeah.
Bill, no, just adds easy effects to zoom in on his double chin.
Well,
to mask it up,
it was the right thing to do.
Okay.
It was the right thing to do.
All the production quality went to his double
So that
chin.
all the money we made on
All the
Permadeath
budget.
so far went to that zoom in on the chin with the music.
Yep.
Let's be clear.
Yep.
Whole budget.
I had to go to a render farm. The thing took like fucking 172 hours to render out those.
Totally worth it though. Damn, totally worth it.
But yeah, no. Welcome everybody to Permadeath podcast,
Is that the start of the podcast?
episode 8.
Yeah, so we ended up talking about the iTunes on the podcast then.
Yeah, we're now on iTunes, everybody. So if you're listening to this, you might be listening to this through iTunes. If you are, you're one of the.
Congratulations, you don't win anything.
Yeah, you just get out. You win us.
It's really awkward listening to us while you're
Yay.
driving. So
Yeah.
have fun with that.
Keep your eyes on the road, bitches.
Yeah, and not on my chin.
Yeah.
So,
Chins.
how is everybody doing?
Can we just cut to the chase and talk about Diablo 3?
Ryan, I'm trying to establish a relationship between the hosts. Okay, we live so many miles apart.
We don't even talk to each other during the week. We don't care about each other.
Different-
all right? Let's
different
talk about
time
Diablo.
zones.
Anyway,
Different feelings. I feel like every time we sit down, we're like just meeting for the first time again.
Who are you?
Like there's a disconnect.
all right. I'm doing well. I've been playing Diablo. Can we move on?
Thank you, Ryan.
I'm doing fine.
Yeah,
I haven't played anything in like 2 weeks though. Just
that's
saying.
okay.
It's one of those kind of months.
You're a busy man.
Too busy. These
Let's
last
just be
few-
real. You buy games, you don't play them. Big difference.
That's what I do too. But the thing is I buy
Can't wait for them Steam sales.
Oh, spring sale! I'm definitely gonna get Banish and Mercenary Kings. But that's not
Oh my gosh.
what
Yeah, I'll buy a lot of games and never play them as well. Looking forward to that.
yeah. I buy games I'm playing, but then I end up getting one game that just like eats all my time. Like Diablo is eating all my life. Like I was stayed up so late playing Diablo this week that it's.
Yeah, I haven't even got
My
around
tweet
to
helped
getting
you, by the way.
I went to bed shortly after that. First of all, that's
I'm
awesome.
assuming it was because of that tweet.
Your tweet and Sam Jackson just convinced me it was time.
Go the fuck to sleep.
How about you, Abby? How you doing? You going to a con tomorrow? is
Yeah, I'm off to
excited.
KitterCon tomorrow. I'm extremely tired, so I don't have the energy to be excited right now.
Where's that at?
It's in Birmingham in the UK.
Cool.
So apparently a few people who follow me on YouTube are going, so that
Hey.
should be interesting. I apologise in, I guess, lateness, because this is after, but I apologise for my awkwardness.
Anybody cool
There you
to
go.
be there?
Oh, the woman who voiced GLaDOS
Oh,
in Portal's
Ooh.
going to be there.
no, that
Ooh.
means her husband's probably gonna be there too because they go to like every con together, and
I
he
don't even know who else is there.
What's so great about her husband?
he did the sniper in Team Fortress 2.
Oh, okay.
They both like just do tons of shit for Valve.
That's cool.
Like just voices
Nice.
for Valve. Like they're like, hey, they do a lot of them. And she did the announcer for Team Fortress 2 as well. Like the lady who's like who counts it down and like announces like kills and stuff. That was her as well. She's
So
cool.
we've got
Nice.
the main guests are Ellen McLean from Portal fame, as well as Pacific Rim
That's right.
is listed there as well. John Patrick Lowry, is
That's
that
him.
her husband?
That's her husband.
Yeah, and then some cosplayers. So
Cool.
that's it.
I wouldn't mind meeting Ellen McLean. Did you play Portal?
I played the first one,
Nice.
and
You should play the second one.
not
The
the
second one's
second
great.
one. So.
It's very good.
I tried to play the second one with a friend, like the co-op stuff, and they were like, "You figure out the puzzle," because I've played this before, and I'm like, "Oh,
Oh,
I'm really bad at puzzles." It took me
Yeah.
like 4 hours. It
Like-
took me 4 hours to complete Portal 1, so...
the co-op's really fun if like neither of you have done it.
I've played through the co-op twice with two of my friends at this point, and I've played through the main game a couple times as well.
Yeah,
I really like that game.
I only did the co-op once. I had a lot of fun with it though, but
It was very weird. I played it with the girl the second time. At first I played with a buddy of mine, and then I played with the girl, and she just kept hugging me. Yeah.
Oh,
you know how you-
whoa.
It got really annoying. I'm trying to like figure out how to solve a fucking puzzle, and she like just keeps
Right.
hugging me.
oh wait, you don't know this person?
Wait, in real life or in
Oh,
the
this-
game?
Oh, in the game, the robots can hug. I know this person, but I mean, in the game, you can hug. Robots can hug, or give high fives, or just like take the head. It's weird, but
Oh.
Oh, God.
it was very distracting. It took
It's
a
so
while.
good.
I take it there was never a second date.
Yo, Carl's
Definitely
best
didn't
date
jack
ever.
you once in.
That's great.
Anyway,
So
um,
awkward.
so
How's that awkward? That's perfectly non-awkward situation.
Sure.
so yeah, Kubo and I have been playing a lot of Diablo.
Too much.
Too much,
Can
you
I
know.
go to sleep while this happens?
It's we'll wake you up when we're done talking about Diablo.
I'm so pissed off that I haven't got it yet, man. I was looking forward to it, but I haven't got around to it because I know that I don't have the time to like sit
Well,
down and put
Just
the
know
hours.
that
Yeah.
when you do, you're gonna love it. Diablo 3 is one of those games where like people either like it or they just fucking hate its fucking guts. Like Blizzard is the equivalent of Hitler to some people now. Like they're the worst. They did the worst in the world by making a game that was not like Diablo 2. Like nothing else in the world
Wait,
compares to that.
is the expansion pack getting a ton of hate as well?
No, the expansion pack's getting a lot of love, but it still remains to where like
But yeah, Diablo 3 got so much hate,
There
way
is-
more than it should have.
there is still a large amount of people who, regardless of whether or not the expansion pack fixed just about everything that was wrong with the game, people just still don't like it. And like just in general, like Diablo 3 just made people instant hate Blizzard, like for everything. Like Blizzard
It's
can
a
come out
mindset.
and just it's just one of those games. It's polarizing. Like it's just the people who hate it are never gonna like it. That's just the way it goes.
Yeah, they set that mindset for themselves, and that's just how it's gonna be.
For those people, they have Path of Exile, so that's perfectly fine. I think it's a good thing. Path of Exile.
Torchlight. Torchlight is pretty
And
good.
yeah, there's other alternatives now. I mean, I guess in their eyes, the Diablo franchise was soiled, and they'll never forgive Blizzard for that, for ruining their whole childhood years. As if Blizzard went back in time and like just ruined their life somehow by making a different game. But like I think it's a good thing that Path of Exile exists, like alongside Diablo, because Path of Exile. While I like Path of Exile, I firmly believe Reaper of Souls for me is a better game. Um, than Path of Exile is now.
It's a lot more fun, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh, it absolutely is. And I think
Path
that's
of Exile just stresses me out with that skill tree and just
Path of Exile in general stresses me out. But the thing is, I put a lot of hours in Path of Exile. Like I like Path of Exile. It's just like there's that Blizzard polish that makes Reaper of Souls, and Diablo 3 as a whole, even before Reaper of Souls, the Loot 2.0 patch that came out just made it such an enjoyable experience to where, like, for me now, like, I'm glad Reaper of Souls is as good as it is, because now, for me, I don't have to play Path of Exile anymore.
Exactly.
And, like, people might hate us for, like, saying that, but, like...
Leave a 1-star review on iTunes if you do, please.
Yeah.
So we can read it on the show.
It's like there's the systems in Path of Exile. I like them a lot. Like the skill gem system is really good. I like that. It's cool. It's a cool idea. The skill tree system, I can see why people like it, and I think it's good that it exists because it gives people who liked that the idea of building a build in Diablo 2 the chance to do that again, and to not feel alienated, and they don't have to spend a goddamn dime on it. But it gives like people like me, like, I don't want to do that. Like, and I know
Dude, it's overwhelming, man. The first time I looked at it,
Yeah.
I just sat and stared at it for like 10 minutes. I'm like, what is going on? Is this really real?
And people like, you get to sit down and look and plan out your character.
No.
Like, if you're gonna go into Path of Exile, I mean, you can technically go in blind and just kind of look at the tree and pick. Okay, I'm gonna go down the strength side. I want to go down that side of the tree and get that passive skill bonus. But like at a certain point, like, you're gonna get to end game, you're gonna get the high level, and you're not gonna have a well built character unless you look at it. And like,
Yeah, you pretty much have to plan out like ahead. You have to like plan out your journey.
and there's an audience for that. Like, people like theory crafting their characters. Like, for me, like, there's still a little bit of theory crafting in Diablo as far as tuning stats goes. But the thing I love, and I always loved it about Diablo 3, and when Diablo 3 first came out, I put a little bit of Diablo 2. I didn't put a lot of time into it, so maybe my opinion on Diablo 3 is different because this is the first real Diablo game that I really like sunk my teeth into. Just, I wasn't of the age when Diablo 2 came out to really be part of that demographic, so I didn't give a fuck. I always loved, okay, here are the skills you unlock for your character in Diablo 3. You can mix and match them anytime you want. There's no penalty for going down the wrong end of its talent tree. Like, you don't spend 30 hours in a character, get to a point in your talent tree, and then realize you're too weak to ever progress because you went Dumbo on Wednesday and fucked your whole guy up because you didn't use a calculator. And I love Path of Exile, like I said, but like that aspect of it just
I would love Path of Exile if there was no desync. That's what I would like, because I just hate like having to like /OOS or whatever it is like every like, I don't know, 20 seconds.
Yeah. And for people who don't know what that is, I mean, in Path of Exile, when there's a lot of traffic going on the screen, like, you're using a lot of flashy skills and tons of stuff's dying and there's so much action going on, the game just, like, it's like a huge fat guy just running out of breath, not being able to catch up with the server, and your game goes out of sync. Like, you can be in one...
I could say that that's actually one of my favorite things about Diablo 3 is that it's so smooth. It's such a smooth experience. I've never really had a moment where I would just get a glitch or I'd just get stuck or it would freeze on me or something like that. Because like comparing, didn't play that much Path of Exile, but I did play a few hours of it, and you straight away experience like some of the lag, some of the slower bits. And same thing with Torchlight 2. I played probably around 10 hours of that, and it's just a pain in the ass sometimes. It kind of makes me like not want to play it when it just like starts glitching out on me. But when you turn on Diablo 3, it's completely just smooth. They got their stuff fixed.
It has the Blizzard polish. Like, that's, and I mean, like, Path of Exile is made by a small indie company, so I mean,
Yeah, I guess you can give them that kind of, but it all comes down in the end. You want to sit down, you want to play a game. You don't want to experience all these glitches. That's
Yeah.
kind of how it is.
And well, that's one of the things like I'm so happy about with like Reaper of Souls is like one of the things people complained about Diablo 3. Like even the people who liked it, like after launch, like okay, there's not enough replayability here. The itemization sucks. The auction house system sucks. Like you don't really have to play to get your gear. You just throw real money at the screen, get gold, and just buy your whole gear set, and you're ready to go. Like there's no sense of reward, or you don't have to replay it. Basically, that's what people complained a lot about, and like what they did with Reaper of Souls is remove the auction house, improve the entire loot table in the entire game, went back and looked at it all, revamped it, made it worth getting, made you get items more often. And then with Reaper of Souls, they added adventure mode in the Nephilim Rifts, which takes into account the complaint of, oh, there's no replayability in Diablo 3, and just punch that dispute in the face. And now I get the awesome smooth, heavy, meaty combat of Diablo 3, which, by the way, even if somebody hated Diablo 3, they cannot claim that the combat sucks in the game because it feels so good to fight
like smash something
in that game. Like it feels so like the moves and like the animations and the way stuff just flies everywhere. Like it looks and feels really good. Like I don't know how to really describe it. Like I use the word meaty and heavy. Like like I don't fucking like how do you whatever. But like it just works. Like it's really fluid and like I'd rather play that than Path of Exile. And now that they added the Nephilim Rifts, which are things that you get from playing adventure mode. Adventure mode allows you to go. It's a brand new mode. It allows you to go and travel between all of the waypoints and all of the 5 acts without having to trudge through the crappy storyline. The linear story that's there. Like before, when you wanted to replay places, you'd have to go through the quest again. And like after the 50th time, you're like, okay, I get it, Deckard Cain, I fucking get it. But I mean, now you go into adventure mode and you get these randomized bounty quests that just pop up on the map. You go do them. You get these Nephilim Rift keys, and when you get 5 of them, you can open up a Nephilim Rift and go into a completely randomized dungeon with randomized boss fights and tons of loot and rewards. And like, it's so painfully addicting. Like I can't.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm very excited to sink my teeth into this once a little bit of time clears up. Definitely gonna put a lot of time there because I remember just like how addictive just the base game for Diablo 3 was for me. Just like after you sent me that little demo, I guess, and I pretty much ended up buying it.
Skeleton King.
Yeah, up to the Skeleton King, and I'm just like I wanted to buy the physical copy, but then I'm just like, yeah, screw it. Here's my credit card information.
Yeah, update it. Yeah.
Damn, man. So I just remembering that summer, a couple of years back. Just I can't wait to jump into a better version of that game.
It's great.
A lot better version.
And what's awesome is like it has that like when I play it now, like I'll sit there, I'll go into adventure mode, and for every act there are a checklist of 5 bounties. When you complete 5 bounties in an act, you get a like lockbox that when you open it, it drops a bunch of loot. So you have a chance to get loot in there. You have a chance to get loot from bosses and Nephilim Rifts, and like you just want to keep going in and doing the bounties over and over again, and then go into open up a bunch of Nephilim Rifts, and just doing one more Nephilim Rift. Okay, maybe just one more Nephilim Rift before I go to bed.
Yeah,
just one more. I know I'm gonna get a legendary off the fucking boss in there. And then if that wasn't bad enough, you get blood shards, which is a new currency in the game, and they added a new merchant. And when you go in there, it's like gambling. Like you can use those blood shards to buy a mystery item of a certain type. Like you can buy a random one-handed weapon for like 15 blood shards, and you have a chance of getting legendary out of that. And so you build up like 150 blood shards, and you're like, okay, here we go. You go to the merchant, and you just keep right-clicking that one-handed weapon, and see, okay, I got a crappy one. Let's try it again. I'm out of blood shards. I have to go get more blood shards, so I have to go back and do more bounties to open up more rifts so I can get more blood shards. And then it's fucking 6 in the morning, and then you're fucked. It's...
Yep.
I'm having a blast with it. I really am. I played Path of Exile because I didn't have much to do in Diablo at the time. I didn't have everything that they had to offer. Like I didn't get the Hellfire rings or anything like that, but I couldn't really be bothered to do it at that time, especially because I knew an expansion was coming. So I didn't really have much reason to really play it, to play Diablo, aside from maybe getting Paragon levels. But now that Reaper of Souls is out and they've added such infinite replayability with the rifts and the venture mode, I just, for me and my preferences, Path of Exile is obsolete for me. Like I don't know.
And then with ladders and
Yes.
like itemization patches coming, yeah,
It's gonna be nice. Yeah. One of the things people
really
love
nice.
Path of Exile are the ladder systems that they have for the seasons, but Blizzard will be doing that too. So I mean, I think it's just different strokes for different folks still. As far as action RPGs are concerned, the hardcore people who love theory crafting and that. I mean, really only that. I mean,
That.
can play Path of Exile. And then people like me and you, and Yokorama, and Abby one day will play Diablo. I know.
No.
Did she really fall asleep? I was wondering. That was a while.
That's why I said that. I'm like, let's see.
I muted myself. I started packing for my convention while you were doing this.
Nice.
But yeah, so if anyone listening to this, like, had a bad experience, or maybe like, I mean, like, the thing is, if you just absolutely despised Diablo at the time, then maybe you still won't like it. But like, if you were indifferent or you liked it, but you didn't think there was enough to do, or you weren't really into it because of the auction house, well, the auction house is gone, and they really fine-tuned the replayability and just the fun factor of just seeking out loot. And not only that, but the fucking mystic they added an NPC who can. And this is one of the things. Once again, one of the things I love about Path of Exile were the orbs. Not using them as a currency, just like the orbs themselves, like being able to redo a stat on an item. Like, okay, I have a sword here. I need strength, or I need more dexterity to wield this. So I'm going to go into my gear and use an orb to try to change the stats. But it's always a gamble. You're going to get a random stat. Well, they fucking added that into Diablo 3 through the way of the Mystic. You could put your item into the slot and re-roll a stat on the item, and you get a random one in return. I mean, you can see what it could potentially be. Like, you pick the stat you want to change on the item, and then it gives you a list of the potential stats that it could become. So you just keep fucking re-rolling it and seeing what you can get. I mean, it costs money and material. It's not free or cheap. But I love that too, because now when you get a piece of gear, it's not totally useless. Like, you can add a socket to it as well. By re-rolling the stat and have it turn into a socket. Like, I got a weapon. I'm sorry, I can't go on a tangent like this forever. I apologize. I got a weapon that wasn't very good. Well, I mean, like, it wasn't an upgrade over mine, but like in this game, like, a weapon with a socket is going to be 100 times more valuable than a weapon without a gem socket. So I got a weapon, and I finally went to the stick, and I got a socket, and I put my crit damage gem in there, boosted my DPS by like 110k. Yeah, sorry, I'm done. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why I sent you guys that.
Are you sure you're done?
I think the only problem with that is that I always save my legendaries now. Because I'm like, oh, I can just re-roll the stats for this. But then I realized I need to salvage some of these legendaries to get the material that you need to use to re-roll stats.
You need the Forgotten Soul, and I didn't know you needed those. Like, I had some in my.
Yeah, I didn't know either at first, so I had to salvage a bunch of them.
I'm still trying to get a socket. I have a weapon on my wizard that and it's not really practical. Like, I don't see, not a lot of wizards use the Hydra move, but I have a weapon that allows me to summon 2 Hydras, and I was using it. Like, I worked into my build, and I was using the Hydra skill, and I was summoning 2 of these massive Hydras that were just consecrating the ground with flame. So I would drop the 2 Hydras in the middle, and they would just take care of business in there while I shot frozen orbs and shit in there, and it was awesome.
That's really awesome.
But the thing is I got a weapon that was better than that, so I went for more overall damage. But if I can get a socket into this, it's a legendary, so I keep needing Forgotten Souls to try to put a socket into it. If I can get a socket in here and put the crit damage gem into it, I will use it over my current weapon, and I'll be able to get those Hydras back out again and play with them. I mean, it's pretty awesome. Really dig it. Ton of fun. That's all I can really think about is playing Diablo. That's
all that's on your mind.
It has ruined my schedule this week. Like, really, there was a point.
So bad, man.
There was a point this week where I'm sitting there and I'm playing. It's like 6:30 in the morning, and I'm still on my wizard. I'm doing stuff. I'm sitting there. I'm like, fucking goddamn it, Kubo! Like, goddamn it! I wasn't gonna buy this goddamn thing yet. Goddamn it! Like, fucking A.
For anyone who doesn't know, I bought the game for Bill because it was his birthday.
Yeah. So he's the sole reason my week has been sleepless.
Yeah, pretty much. Mine too. So there's currently 6 classes in the game, and I think right now I pretty much have 5 out of 6 classes at the max level, and all geared pretty much. They're all doing about 350,000 damage. So I've been playing way too much this week also. Just nuts.
It's bad, man. Well, it's
You guys are fucking scaring me, man.
it's good.
I have no time for this.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just it's such a good game. Then ladders are coming out officially, and I don't know. It's gonna make hardcore more fun, and
It's good, and it sucks because it doesn't suck. I mean, it's such a one of the reasons why I wasn't gonna buy it yet is because I pre-purchased Elder Scrolls,
Right.
and early access for me starts on Sunday, so I'm like, okay, I don't need Diablo yet. I mean, I was gonna buy it, but I don't need it yet. Because I can just wait and just then because then I'll play Elder Scrolls. I have no idea how I'm gonna balance my life when next week starts. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Like, I'm not capable as a human being to do this. I don't know. Like, I honestly don't know how the fuck a man like me is gonna be able to live with these two massive time-consuming games that
That's hilarious.
I have in my arsenal. It's gonna
How am I gonna get through the week, man? I don't know. Shit.
be. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing.
Didn't you tweet that you dropped out of college?
Yeah, I dropped. Yeah, well, I dropped out of
Yeah, it
school.
happened, man.
I dropped out
Yeah.
of school because now we're on iTunes, so now,
Oh right, yeah.
yeah, we're just super huge now, and
We're legit.
um,
So anybody else been playing anything else apart from Diablo 3?
I've been playing the Try to Get Games Work game.
is it Assassin's Creed?
Okay, so here's the thing. I said I wasn't going to talk about Assassin's Creed
Do it.
until other people played on Assassin's Creed in this podcast, because it's just me going off on a rant. But I just started replaying Assassin's Creed 3 on the Xbox, and that game just crashes all the time. So that was a problem. And then I was like, okay, I want to play on Oblivion, because I want to play on Skyrim, but played Skyrim to death. I don't need to play any more Skyrim. So I'm going to play Oblivion. And Oblivion didn't work. So there was that. And then I got on my Walking Dead kick, and I was like, oh, I've got the Walking Dead game. Let's play on that. That doesn't work either. So
Oh,
it's just been a bad week for playing games. But I did play on Holy Heights a little bit.
Hey! Oh my God! I forgot to play it.
Bill!
No. Okay. I
Diablo 3.
I was talking to Abby on Steam the other night, and I mentioned I don't know, was I just talking about how I just buy too many games or something like that, and then
Probably.
yeah, I think in passing I mentioned like, look at this fucking game I bought, look at this, and I was like just shoving these indie games in her face, like, and I showed her on this game called Unholy Heights that she bought as soon as I showed it to her.
It was so cute.
Because it looked adorable, and I was supposed to play it. We were supposed to talk about it.
There's honestly not that much to talk about, to be honest.
It's not very good.
No, it's not bad. It's just progression on it is really slow.
Yeah. Is it for us like a mobile game?
It seems like it's supposed to be something that you play on the go rather than sit down at your computer and play for a bit. But the premise of the game is it's basically a tower defense game where you have a little apartment complex that you host these monsters in. It's this Japanese indie game or whatever. And they ask to move in, and you say, yeah, you can move in. And they will often be attacked by adventurers and bandits and whatever. And you have to hold them off, or otherwise they steal a lot of your gold. And that's pretty much it. And you can buy, like, upgrades for your apartment thing, so you can have, like, 2 floors, and that's about as far as I've gotten, to be honest. So
Yes, that's why I bought it. Like, I love like management games like that where you have to manage a city or a building or a business. And I also love tower defense. So when I saw that, I'm like, for like a few bucks, I'm like, oh, it's cute too. I forgot
yeah.
to play it. I forgot to play it. Oh,
It was super cheap though. It was like
yeah.
I had a bit of money in my Steam wallet, and that pretty much paid for it. It's stupid cheap, but I don't know if I like it or not because it always makes me really sad when someone dies because I
Oh.
get really attached to my guys, and they die pretty quick.
You need
But
to, you need
the
to
design's
manage,
really interesting.
you need to manage your building better. I think that's what that sounds like.
I'm sorry.
So, okay.
Man, so harsh. So
I
harsh.
don't like to kick the guys out. No, the little weak ones or whatever.
Yeah,
You should probably kick them out.
you can evict. You can evict people from your building.
Yeah. Like sometimes they don't pay rent, and or they're behind on the rent or whatever. But if you give them a couple days, they'll have it and stuff. But I don't like to get rid of them because I get really attached to them. Like there was this one family of like 2 little ducks that had a baby duck, and that baby duck grew up, so I could see it, and I could see the thing growing up, and I was like, well, I can't kick you out. That's not a thing that I can do.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much all I've got to say about it, though.
I have to play it. I have to play it now. So I can.
I don't think it's one of those things that's going to consume your time like
So I can-
Diablo 3.
Yeah.
That's
It
what
might be-
played Diablo 3 hardcore Crusaders, remember?
What?
You're gonna love a Crusaders hardcore, remember? Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna do that now. I'm gonna do it normal mode first.
We're actually doing that tonight with a bunch of friends if you want to join. I'm just saying.
Hardcore.
Crusader softcore? No, Crusader
softcore?
softcore. Yeah.
I'll let you know. I bought Titanfall. I don't know if we talked. Was that a thing last time?
I think we talked about Hawken last time.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said you were gonna buy it, but you didn't. We didn't talk about you actually buying it.
That's right. I uploaded that episode, I think, a week later than we did it, I think. So, like, Titanfall wasn't out yet, but now it was. And yeah. I bought that. I wish I didn't.
Yeah.
Well,
I bet.
not because it's a bad game. It's just, like, I don't know mentally what the fuck I was thinking, like, when I decided to buy it. Like, okay, like I just mentioned 10 minutes ago how I have Diablo and then Elder Scrolls this weekend. How am I going to manage those 2 games? And I'm like, oh, I'll buy a fucking another full-priced game when in 2 weeks, Diablo and Elder Scrolls would have been out. When the fuck am I going to ever play Titanfall? I'm never going to play this game. And I've only played it like 3 hours since I bought it. And I really enjoy it. But there's a problem. Is that the PC version, some of the maps are just horribly optimized. The only reason I bought this game, okay, on PC, is because the beta ran perfectly for me. Like, perfect. Like, awesome. This is, I mean, it's a next-gen game, but I mean...
So that's a false advertisement?
I mean, and some maps run great in the full game, but then there's maps like Lagoon, which everybody, and like, this isn't just, oh, Bill, you have a shit rig. No, this is like, you go to Reddit and you find a thread talking about this. There's people with this monster computers dropping down to like 20 frames on this Lagoon map. Like, why? Why? And nobody understands. Like, and they haven't really done anything to update it or address it really. And like, I mean, for most people, they just have to wait for drivers, like updates, like the NVIDIA or the AMD drivers to add Titanfall support. I mean, maybe that'll help, but like, it's just kind of disheartening when, you could run like 7 of the maps at 60 frames, and then you get a few maps that for some reason just what's happening on them that's dropping my performance down so much. Boggles my mind. And it's kind of put me off. That and like, it got boring for me really fast. Like a Call of Duty game would. So I don't know if it says a lot about it or not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's just one of those things that you pick up and play every now and again, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
this was a good experience. I'll put it away for a while.
And I think
But then I don't think that's worth the full
exactly.
price.
That's why I'm so mad I bought it for like. I mean, I got it for $50. I got $10 off, but like it's one of those things.
I'm pretty sure we said probably shouldn't buy that game.
Yeah, we probably
Yeah.
told you.
You all,
Told you so.
you all said it to me.
Jackass.
But man.
No, you're just a fool. Okay.
I know.
You're an
I know.
idiot.
I know. But I mean, I have it. I mean, I guess if I ever want to go back and play it, I mean, it's there. I mean, it is a fun game. I mean, I guess, I was going to give like a full. I can't really talk about Titanfall too long. I already talked about it. I mean, like, my impressions from the beta are still my impressions on the full game. You call down Titans, you shoot people, you get in Titans, you shoot people in your Titan, you jump out of your Titan because it's on fire, then you shoot more people, and then you just get fucked up by people. And I'll tell you this right now: the Titanfall. The melee system in Titanfall is the worst thing in any game I've ever seen in my life.
The one-hit kick or whatever, the ninja kick.
A lot of people are really still really think this game's perfect in a lot of ways, but like that's bullshit. Like I'm all for, like, in most FPS games the melee is one hit kill. Just the way it is. Call of Duty got the knife. Call of Duty 2 it was the gun bash. Because usually it's usually difficult to get in that close to do it. So like when you're able to bob and weave and get in that close, you deserve it. You deserve the one hit kill. Or if you sneak up on someone, you want to assassinate them. But in this, like, the fucking player movement is so goddamn janky anyway. Like everyone's jumping around like super fast, and like it just looks like it's on Halo. Okay, like I understand. Like in Halo, you're in a fucking body of armor. You're just some little fucking skinny ass fucking soldier jumping around with robots in this, and the characters move so janky and they jitter around, and like then before you know it they kick you in the face and you're dead from like 10 feet away. Like, how? I just put half a clip.
He has a very long leg, dude.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
And
Supermodels.
it takes a lot of bullets to kill someone. Like, I'm okay with a lot of bullets taken to kill someone. Like, you want to do a futuristic game, maybe they have some sweet ass fucking Kevlar. I don't know. But I mean, it takes a lot of bullets to kill, and it's so disheartening when you get so many hit markers on a guy, and then here he is. He kicked you in the fucking throat. You're dead. Like, okay, I'm gonna turn the game off now and not be mad. Like, I'll go take a look at the leaves in the woods or something. Just take a nice walk. Because it's
I really, really want you to do like
Just kicking
Let's
the
Plays
leaves.
or something.
It
Of
would
that
be,
game because I feel like you just rage so hard.
there would be a lot of it. Like, there are times, like before Diablo came, like last week, where I'll turn the game on and I'll get into a match, and like, obviously when you're playing with friends, it's a lot easier to handle. But I was playing this by myself, and I'm sitting there. I was wanting to play a quick match, and I'm playing, and I put like half a clip in a guy, and he's jumping around, jittering around, like jumping through the air, hovering all this shit, and like he just kicks me. I'm like, what? Like, I don't want to play that. Like, come on, like, nah. Like, I mean, maybe if the player movement looked a little more fluid, like it just looks really janky. Like I don't know if it's on my end or if it's a server side thing. I don't fucking know, but it doesn't feel right when you're fighting infantry. When you're fighting in Titans, it's badass. But when you're the on foot combat stinks. It's not good, and it kind of ruined my excitement. Like I for some reason didn't see that in the beta. Like I don't know if it's just because I was having fun. It was a new thing. But after playing it for a bunch of hours, then like it's like, no, that infantry combat sucks, and it just kind of starts losing its luster a little bit, and I don't know. Yeah.
Sad. That's sad, man.
Yeah.
I feel really sad. I'm bad for you, man. I pity you right now.
I
Just
pity
go back
myself.
to Diablo 3. It's fine, man.
But anyway, Facebook, for anybody who follows gaming news may know already. Well, you don't even have to follow gaming news to even look at the internet outrage over the fact that there once was the Oculus Rift, and it was a virtual reality headset, and now Facebook bought it. And people are mad about it.
Greatest acquisition ever, by the way.
People are mad about it. I'm mixed about it.
I'm
I don't even
neutral
know.
about it.
Am I the
I
only
don't even
person?
know.
Am I the only person who doesn't care?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
That's-
indifferent too. I don't care either.
I mean,
I feel bad for the people who like donated money during the Kickstarter. That's about it. But
well, like, why though? Why?
Well, they're still gonna get the Oculus Rift. It's still gonna be a thing, and if people want to develop games for it, they're still gonna develop them. They'll just probably have to pay a little bit of money to Facebook. I don't see what the big deal is.
Exactly.
Well, there's gonna be no Minecraft apparently, though.
Well, yes, that's
yeah,
it's okay. I like Minecraft. Okay, I like it. I do. It's a fun. I've had tons of fun on Minecraft, But if that's the cost,
Yeah, it's Minecraft is gonna
Yeah.
sell Oculus Rift. That's like the main
Okay.
gimmick, Minecraft.
okay,
Fuck, dude.
You say that like a joke, but I don't think it is.
no, it's not, people are really like, okay, I'm Notch is a humble guy, okay, but I gotta say I don't really like him. Like after a while, he kind of gets on my nerves. In some ways, maybe not him, but maybe just okay.
His money hat. Is
He
that
no
what
longer he no longer supports the Rift. Okay, so now all of his Twitter followers no longer support the Rift. Okay,
Yeah, pretty much.
because Nosh doesn't support it anymore. Who the fuck cares? And I think one of the best tweets I saw was from Gary Newman, the guy who made Gary's Mod and Rust. He said, "Oh, internet. When somebody offers you $2 billion, you take it, even if you run the risk of Notch not making a Minecraft version." Like,
Yeah.
okay, I can understand maybe the perspective of the backers. Like, okay, we invested money, and this was our thing, and it was intimate. And he's gonna develop the Rift for us, and it's a gamer thing. We're getting it. It's a gamer thing, gamer blood. We did a blood handshake with the word gamer on it. We did it. We're gamers. And then Mark Zuckerberg comes in and gives $2 billion fucking dollars.
I don't know why though. I can't figure out why.
I was talking to a friend last night, and I'm like, okay, Mark Zuckerberg bought this. His statement was like, virtual reality could be awesome for social experiences on the internet. I'm like, okay, can we have like a 90s cyberspace kind of thing here where like I can just like fly through the internet with my virtual reality headset and just see all like Futurama and just like see all the websites. And,
yeah, but you're imagining
that's all
those
I
like
want.
little sleek things, not the Oculus Rift, which is this like massive bulky
Big
thing.
LED thing that makes you look like an
apparatus.
idiot.
Dude, I don't care about that. If I could fly to the internet,
It's such a gimmick. Oculus Rift is like such a gimmick, man.
well, that's the thing. I mean, I've always
that's
looked
an
at
expensive fucking gimmick, man.
It is, dude.
Yeah, but
But
everything's
it's like
been
Google
gimmicky
Glass.
for the
People are
last
selling
few
off $1,500
years.
for it.
Yeah,
that's true too.
Everything's been gimmicky since the Wii came out.
and
Like everyone wants to be different and quirky.
No, the Wii U is not a gimmick. That controller
No, the
is...
Wii, not
Oh,
the
the
Wii
Wii.
U.
Big difference.
everybody who has used it said it's great and it's really nice. But people say that about motion controls too. And like I've always looked at the Oculus and the whole virtual reality thing is kind of like, okay, here's a side thing. It's never going to be the mainstay. It just won't. Like I'm 99% of the people playing games are gonna rather sit down without a 5-pound thing attached to their fucking skull, and they're gonna want to be able to turn around and say hi to someone walking behind them. They're gonna want to. I mean, like, okay, they use it for immersion, but I mean, like, you take this fucking like, let me take this off my fucking head. Hi, mom. Like, what the fuck? Like, and that.
Some people do go to like super extreme lengths to make sure their gaming experience is super immersive and whatever. Like they have those big setups where they've got 3 monitors and a steering wheel and pedals, and they are driving that car,
Yeah.
But I just feel like this is kind of dumb. I don't know why.
It's still the first stages of this, though. It's the Oculus Rift is not gonna be like that's not the final product forever. They're still like developing.
Yeah,
that.
they're still just dev kits. Like, there's no. And that's another thing is like the finished version might not be as bulky. I mean, these are just the dev kits for right now.
Yeah, it's been a while since they started.
And I don't know. I mean, the whole Facebook buying it thing. Like, okay, Facebook bought it. They now own the rights to it. I assume.
Well, yeah, when you get $2 billion bucks, you own the rights to it.
Like, this is something. Okay, the Oculus Rift. Like, if I went like into like a GameStop and talk to the people buying games. Okay, someone's checking out with what games came out. They're buying Infamous Second Son or something. Like, and I watched. Are you excited for the Rift? They're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
So what's the Rift?
What the fuck are you talking about? But like, now, a huge corporation owns it. Okay. Which, may be bad for some people, but John Carmack's still there too. I mean, the technology is not just going to get kicked to the wayside. It's still there. It's just that it's not going to be integrated into other things. And people are jumping to such conclusions, like in the comment section, like, oh, what? When I turn my Rift on, is it going to ask me if I want to share it with my friends? No, you stupid fuck. It's not. Like, it's not Facebook, the headset. It was bought by Facebook so that its technology can but also be integrated into a social. It's not like you're playing Farmville on the Rift and you're gonna use your virtual reality to go walk into your friend's house, fucking kiss his lips and give him Farmville coins. It's just gonna. People jump to such conclusions as if what?
They really do.
It's a knee-jerk reaction to it.
Because nobody knows what to expect. People are just thinking of the worst case scenario at
Like,
this
and,
point.
and the same thing goes for, okay, Dean Hall leaving Bohemia at the end of the year, just quitting his development on DayZ and handing it over to the next guy in charge. He said, I'm leaving at the end of the year when I feel as if the game is ready to go. But all they did was look at Dean Hall leaving Bohemia and going, what the fuck? He's fucking abandoning the fucking project. Fucking I bought in the early access for what? So he could fucking leave? Suck my dick, Dean Hall! Like, did they even read what he said? I'm leaving at the end of the year when I think it's done, and I'm going to hand it over to the next guy in charge who has been handling most of the development. It's a jab and not situation. What's the fucking difference?
Yeah, but people went mental over that when that happened.
Yeah,
anyway,
people went nuts,
so.
and Minecraft's been doing pretty damn okay.
Minecraft's been doing better lately. I feel.
Yeah,
like.
it actually has been doing better.
Like people, the knee-jerk reactions of the people on the internet, just, god damn it, just fucking quit it. Mark Zuckerberg did not come out and say, okay, yeah, when you get your Oculus Rift, you'll be able to access your entire friends list, and everything you do is going to go through Facebook. No. You can, and if there is a social feature, guess what? I guarantee you could ignore it. But it's you can ignore it on PlayStation 4, you could ignore it on the Xbox One, you could ignore it on the PS3, you could ignore it on the Xbox 360, you could ignore it on your goddamn shoes.
I would like to point out, though, that there is another alternative if you aren't really bothered about the whole Facebook thing.
Morpheus.
Potentially, which is Project Morpheus.
Yes.
Which is Sony's VR headset, basically. And I feel like this is where things get interesting a little bit, because it's never going to be fun if one person is just trying to do one thing. But when you have people competing,
exactly,
it gets interesting and it gets good.
And this is one that's specifically for PlayStation, which is nice. I mean, for people who may think the Rift is no longer about games, well, I mean, we'll see how Project Morpheus turns out. But I mean,
no, but it's by Sony. It's going to be about TVs and expensive.
What are you gonna make me watch Community in virtual reality? What the fuck? I just want to fucking play Resogun. God, fucking. But anyway, I mean, I don't mean to insult the people who I mean, obviously they're passionate about the Oculus Rift and they feel threatened by this, potentially ruining their software. But I mean, they spent a lot of time demoing this with games and adding support for different games and sending out to so many developers. So many game developers have this in their possession to work with, that Facebook buying it and backing it with tons of money, tons. Did they realize how much money Zuckerberg has in his fucking shoe? Just in his fucking shoe. It's I think it can lead to good things too. I mean, affordability, okay, accessibility, marketability. I mean, this could become a household name with Facebook behind it. I mean, it's not.
But now everyone's going to boycott it.
Yeah.
Right. It's just like when they boycotted Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, and then
everyone boycotted that too, right?
Yeah.
People are gonna get over it. It's just it's still a hot topic. It's a hot topic to hate on as well.
That's the thing. I mean, the knee-jerk reaction is they get your karma on Reddit. I mean, even if you love, even back to Diablo 3, even if you love Diablo 3, if you love Reddit karma even more, you're going to hate Diablo 3 because you're going to get 13,000 upvotes in a thread about Diablo 3 if you talk bad about Blizzard. So, I mean, it's just, I hate to say, oh, it's the hive mind, Reddit. But, I mean, what do you see mainly on Reddit? A lot of knee-jerk reactions and hate. Mm-hmm. And they're usually the top-rated comments because people love to be mad. They love it. I don't. I like to be mad too, but I mean, I
was just gonna say, prime example, you.
But I'm not on their side though.
I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but I'm gonna.
You're irrational mad.
I'm gonna stick to the Virtual Boy.
Yeah, you right.
Well, until they
Mario
had
Tennis.
Facebook support, until they had fucking Facebook.
Yeah.
Facebook should have bought that for $2 billion, man. Revive the Virtual Boy.
You know what I hope? This is what I hope happens, okay? All this shit, the Morpheus and the Oculus Rift and Mark Zuckerberg and his fucking wiener. I hope, this is what I hope happens. I hope in 10 years, not 10 years, 5 years at E3, Nintendo comes on stage with their new console that has
Virtual Boy 2.
the fucking...
Yeah, Virtual Boy 2.
Yes!
That needs to come. That needs to happen, man.
Yeah,
Save
man.
Wii U,
I mean-
man. Let that thing die and just Virtual Boy 2.
The Virtual Boy has such a bad reputation, okay? Fucking here comes Miyamoto, Iwata's out there, they're standing there, and all of a sudden the lights go dim, and like all these Tron lights start coming on all over the stage, and like Miyamoto's body actually starts pixelizing, and he just disappears
Yes.
in the fucking screen, and he's like, "Eto watashi wa desu ga kore!"
Just lost all our Asian viewers.
He's actually fucking jumping on Goombas, and he's in the game, and then like Iwata goes, "Welcome to Virtual Boy 2," and then like Link's actually on stage running around, like they've bridged the gap between virtual and reality, and that's what I hope happens. Like, you get to hang out with
Best
Travis.
E3
Do you
prediction
think
ever.
it'd be like that Pikmin thing that they did when they announced Pikmin 3, and they had like the Pikmin poking out of people's pockets and stuff?
Oh,
That's a lot
yeah.
more epic.
Telling you right now.
But,
That's
anyway,
foreshadowing right there.
I guarantee the whole thing with, before we get totally off topic, the whole thing with the Oculus Rift, by the time that comes out, everyone will have forgotten about it.
Yeah, just like the Dean Hall thing. I mean, nobody cares about him leaving at the end of the year now. They're just happy they finally added zombies to the game. Like they're all, yeah, we love you guys. Like everyone, oh, we fuck yeah, great job. Like they no longer realize that he's leaving at the end of the year because he's still working on the fucking game. So by the time the Rift comes out, I mean, it's out and there's game support for it and people are using it, and it's getting the same reviews it's been getting at conventions and stuff. Oh, it's really great. You should see it for yourself. Then people will not even realize that Mark Zuckerberg just, has one at his house too. Like they won't even realize, like that Mark Zuckerberg is using it to look at his mom's pictures. Like, and I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, I see the potential too in having like a virtual reality experience just all together. Like I don't know, like why not? I mean,
Sword Art Online.
yeah,
In real life.
send me. But yeah,
Without the evil Japanese man trying to kill everyone.
Yeah.
this game's gonna be Zuckerberg giving you like salmonella through the fucking. And
Oh god, it's coming true.
I don't know why he'd be giving everyone salmonella, but.
Hey, it's nothing to laugh about. It's serious.
Oh yeah. But anyway, yeah, Oculus Rift. I apologize. I shouldn't, but if I made anybody mad, like,
It's
a
the
one-star
internet.
review on
People are
iTunes
gonna
and
get
we'll read it.
angry.
by like talking about knee-jerk reactions, like I feel like some people might be angry at that. Like, but whatever. I just don't see the big hoopla like at this point. I mean, wait and see. Like you don't know.
Good, man. So good.
And people, I'm canceling. But people who didn't back it, I'm canceling my pre-order. First of all, ass man, why would you pre-order like $400 tech before you even know anything about the final version?
Ask
Like, okay, you pre-order a game after you know things about it, like, or if it's a series you're familiar with, like, okay, I want to put money down on this game that. The entire feature set has been revealed and it looks really good. But, like, let me pre-order this piece of technology that only exists as a development kit right now. Let me just do that. That's a smart fucking thing to do. Like, and then cancel it when I realize it's not going to be what I expect. Yeah, I'm the smart one. Like, come on. Like, fuck off. I just pissed off more people. I'm sorry.
Just can't help yourself, man.
So many
I
one-star reviews to read next week,
I
man.
honestly
So many.
doubt our viewer base are the kinds of people who are gonna put $400 down on a piece of technology that's like 2 years away.
That and yeah, everyone likes us anyway. You guys are all great people. But we all have different opinions though. So just in case, I still like you.
We're still friends, right?
Don't ditch me. Keep giving us questions every week.
Speaking of questions, is this about a good time to move on to questions since we don't?
Absolutely. Let's see.
Questions, right?
Okay.
Yeah, we got questions.
Here you go, NeoAce. You know what? This just proves my point. NeoAce asks, and then in parentheses he adds the best statement. He says, "Which games do you think revolutionized gaming?" And then in parentheses he says, "I love all of you. You guys are awesome people." Hashtag
We love you too.
podcast.
Dude, what's up with the creepy voice?
What do you mean?
I love all of you. That's what you did. That's kind
Did
of
I,
weird.
did I do that? Sorry.
Did.
Whoops. Anyway. Yeah. So revolutionized gaming. So I assume like okay, instead of like maybe going
Mario.
in that direction.
Yeah.
Like maybe how about like took its specific genre a step forward? How about that one? Like Call of Duty 4 like took FPSs in the direction they're in now. Like that kind of thing.
Hard question.
Portal definitely with the whole puzzle, like third
Yeah,
person.
I think they made
First
I think
person.
Portal.
Counter-Strike has to be up there too.
Yeah.
Made like the realistic ones, but also like kind of made like arena shooters also at the same time.
Like Counter-Strike and Quake, like the competitive,
Yeah.
like those games, like
So many games branched off from that.
yeah, they were like some of the first like
Unreal Tournament as well. That's
yeah, I forgot about Unreal. Yeah. StarCraft also blew up in Korea as an esport.
Can
Shit.
I say Street Fighter? Maybe
Yeah,
2?
that's
Yeah.
Street Fighter 2?
absolutely.
EverQuest Online.
I'm a fanboy, but I'll say Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, I was gonna say Elder Scrolls probably changed RPGs in some way.
I think Bethesda in general, just like the open world games, are usually all measured up to a Bethesda kind of standard. Even if like there are
Yeah.
certain open world games that might be more dense, but like when you play an open world RPG, like Elder Scrolls, like is in your head. Like
You should clarify you're not talking about Bethesda Softworks, you're talking about Bethesda Game Studios.
yeah, I'm not the publisher. Yeah, like the developers.
Minecraft.
Yeah, Minecraft.
Wow, absolutely.
So many.
World of Warcraft just took MMOs to a new fucking level. Like maybe not to in the direction people wanted them to go, maybe gameplay wise, but like certainly on a scale like of holy shit, World of Warcraft's in a fucking Toyota commercial. World of Warcraft took MMOs and like they were at 12 fucking million people at one point subscribed to one goddamn game, not a service, not Xbox Live, not a video game had 12 million people concurrently paying them money a month to fucking
That's
play
insane.
it. Unbelievable. I mean, like that after that World of Warcraft, I would say.
Yep.
League
Zelda,
of
you can't
Legends.
forget Zelda.
Yeah, Zelda. League of Legends for MOBAs, it definitely kind of made it a lot more popular.
Yeah, MOBAs and then even just esports in general. Like look
the
at
thing is with League of Legends, it's not like it's a popular game, but it has a lot
Can
of
I
hate.
just say, I found a channel on YouTube earlier that was the kid who plays Carl Grimes in
oh
The
yeah,
Walking Dead playing League of Legends.
it was my
Nice.
It's like, what? What's
Yeah,
going on?
yeah, he does videos. He does video game videos. Which is
Yo, we should get him on the
Oh.
podcast.
yeah.
Get him some exposure on YouTube.
How'd that pudding taste, Carl? That's the first thing I'd ask him.
So you're a YouTube sensation. No, I'm an actor. What show? Walking Dead. Never heard of it. Anyway,
What
so
is-
Could you
We will
maybe
make you
get
famous.
Norman Reedus on here? I'd like to.
yeah, just hit up Norm Reedus.
See any other games that
There's
we-
probably a lot more.
Yeah, I think we kind of like answered though. I mean, like like in general, there's so many you can say that.
But what would be your personal like? Yes, this definitely changed my opinion of this thing
Like
and was
gaming?
revolutionary.
Oh, Uncharted as well. That's
Do
definitely made the whole cinematic type of games a lot more.
Do you think like gaming in general or genre? Like, should we talk about genre like for our final definitive answer?
Maybe genres because gaming is a very very broad thing.
I mean, like because I mean, revolutionizing gaming itself. I mean, like there's obvious choices to that. Like I
I
think
think it depends on what you like as to what you'll say because I was brought up on Nintendo stuff, so I'd be like, "Oh, Mario 64, it was 64-bit and it was wicked," But
let's see. I'm gonna go with. It's interesting too because Grand Theft Auto 3 was a big one. The first 3D Grand Theft Auto blew people fucking away. Even just with the stuff that they were showing on screen, like just beating someone with a bat mercilessly, like in the streets, and fucking a hooker in the back of a car. Like you didn't see that in games like
Yeah.
that.
I don't think I could choose one really.
It's
This
It'd
is
have
too
to be something
difficult.
simple like Mario. Just
yeah. So I'm gonna go with genre. And I'm gonna say, for me, like the thing that for me that like pushed things over the edge. Um, I'm gonna say World of Warcraft because
I knew you were.
because I mean because look at what it did. Like just to the state of MMOs today, like every free MMO, every crappy free MMO that comes out of Korea, fucking China, wherever the hell this game's coming from, and every other MMO that every other major developer tried to make up till now has tried to take down that game. So they
It has
included
failed.
and yeah, and they included so many things that WoW refined. And I'm not saying WoW invented the MMO. I'm not saying all the features in WoW are 100% original. I mean, they borrowed from games before it. But WoW refined it to such a way that you had to kind of try to copy it to try to capture people's attention instead of trying to do something new, which people have been doing lately through MMOs. I mean, they just gave up on the WoW clones completely and just said, "Fuck it." I mean, they're not going to kill that game. It's just fucking impossible.
Yeah. And it's just amazing that like they can't kill a game that's like 9+ years old at this
Yeah.
point.
It's 10 years old.
Like
It's
going
10
on its
years
10th
old.
year right now. Like,
I-
and nothing's been able to dethrone it. It's it's funny.
That's another thing I think that's that's so. I mean, like people are still playing EverQuest, but that's free now. Like
Yeah.
this is. I mean, I don't see an end in sight for this. I can't. I mean, I'm not a businessman, but anyway, that's my pick.
I'm gonna go with Roller Coaster Tycoon.
That's a good one.
I don't know that I can explain it, but
It's still a good one though. I can see it.
yeah, you sort of know where I'm coming from with Roller Coaster Tycoon
Yeah.
and all those sort of
Yeah.
tycoon games and management games and stuff. Love stuff like that.
Side note: the new Roller Coaster Tycoon sucks.
It's on.
Don't
Pissed
no,
about
I just
that.
want
Just
I just
side note.
want
No, just side note.
Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, and it should end there. There were no more Roller Coaster Tycoons after that. Okay. Okay.
All right.
How about you, Yokorama?
I'm probably gonna go with League of Legends because
It's a good one.
that got me more into just gaming. It got me into, like you said, like League of Legends did a lot more than just refined MOBA, but it also not created, but it definitely popularized the whole esports thing. And I'm not as into it at the moment, but like earlier, like the first couple of seasons, I was like watching every game and stuff. It's really cool that they could do something like that. So I'm gonna go with League. That's kind of easy way out. And of course, like I like Mario and all the Zeldas and all that crap, but I don't want to choose that. That's too cliche and stuff. So everybody chooses that.
Come on!
I don't know. I'm gonna choose. Well, I'll just choose a system because I really liked. I think Dreamcast. Just Dreamcast in general. Can I just choose a system?
Yes.
Sure,
Yeah.
whatever. What the hell, man?
I
That thing
Revolutionized,
that
like-
was super
yeah.
easy to pirate games for. Yeah, I remember that.
You know
one.
what?
Yeah.
The Dreamcast.
Well, online gaming. It really did like.
Oh, yeah,
it did.
It brought forth like Xbox Live and really brought that social connectivity to it.
It was ahead of its time. I liked the Dreamcast.
Yeah.
I didn't play a lot of games on it. I played Shenmue. I didn't. I didn't Sonic Adventures. I didn't play Phantasy Star, which was the big MMO for the Dreamcast. And console-based MMOs. Like it's such a. I mean, like it's a thing now. Oh, here comes Elder Scrolls on console. Here comes Final Fantasy on console. But like, fucking Dreamcast had one. Like, holy shit! Like, what the fuck?
Fantasy Star Online. That was a big one.
I liked the Dreamcast though. Graphics were nice on that thing too. Poor thing.
It came out at the
Telling
wrong
you.
time.
Telling you, 102 Dalmatians for that system. Brilliant game.
I owned a,
Best game on the system.
I owned a Kiss game for that. Like
I don't think I owned any games for it. I just had this big wallet of pirated games because I was poor. Because I was like 8, probably.
Yeah, but
I own
Who's a
about
bad
50
person?
games for it right now.
Oh man, I
Dreamcast.
broke my Dreamcast a very long time ago. So
you being serious? Yokorama?
Yeah, I have about like 50 games, maybe even more.
The hell?
Yeah, I know, man. I also own like 3 Dreamcasts as well.
What the
do
fuck?
you wanna send one over to me?
No,
So Yokorama
Oh.
spends
I
his
play
money
all 3 at the
on-
same time. That's how it works.
Oh, I see.
Makes sense.
I love the VMU and stuff. That's really cool.
So next question.
This comes from Steenus. Hello, Steenus.
Ah, you remembered it that time. Good
Yeah,
job.
I got it done. I've been practicing it in the mirror.
Nice.
He asks, okay, since Game Boy Advance games are coming out to the Wii U starting next month, is that a good idea, or should they be coming out on the 3DS Virtual Console instead?
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
They need to give the Wii U something though. That's the thing.
Yeah, I think that's the thing
Let's
that's
be
going to
real.
shift units. So
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a good
that's,
idea. Is it going to happen? Probably not for a while, you know?
that's the thing. I mean, they obviously put it on there because people want those games on the virtual market, and if it was just on the 3DS, they would just get
People
it.
would just keep buying 3DSs and just keep
Um,
buying other 3DSs.
I mean, I'm in the party where, like, why not both? And
yeah.
I think it would be
Yeah.
awesome to have Game Boy Advance games in the Virtual Console on the 3DS because they're portable games.
yeah, that would make more sense. Damn it.
But I mean, you know,
To be honest, though, do you ever take your 3DS anywhere?
No.
Like,
I don't.
I just think the format itself could lend itself more. But I mean, it being on the Wii, you could play it on the gamepad.
Right.
I think. I mean, I would hope that'd be cool. I mean,
Yeah.
because you have Steenus was talking to. I mean, in a Twitter thread here, Ken Ross and Steenus are talking about it, and Steenus is talking about how it might stretch and blur the image on the screen or whatever. I think playing on the gamepad would be cool.
You could play it on the gamepad. At least that's what you can do with the SNES ones. It plays both on the TV and on the
sweet.
gamepad at the same time.
Well,
So
Well, then, I actually kind of like that idea. I think that's cool.
yeah, but
it's going to make Nintendo money at the end of the day, and if it can shift a few more units, like if this is the push that some people needed to buy a Wii U, I think it's a good thing.
I don't
Although
think,
I do think
I
that they
doubt
should
that's a
probably...
push, though.
Well, it might just be like, oh, I just needed a bit more of something, like, to buy a console.
I don't know. I
But I
can't
just feel like
imagine
the
how
Wii-
a Game Boy Advance games on a like latest gen console is gonna sell units. It just doesn't make sense to me like that.
It might, though. I don't know. But I just feel like they should really give up on the Wii U. I feel like they need to have something else because the Wii U is just not working for them.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, it could be a great console. I've never actually played on one. And they've got some really good ports and stuff there. But there's not been a proper game for me to go and get really excited about, I don't think.
Sad.
Like, I'd like to play on the Wind Waker HD, but I could also just, play the GameCube version. I don't know.
Wah, wah, wah.
And it also depends on what games are going to be going up as well.
Yeah.
Like,
You give a fucking Fire Pro Wrestling. No one gives a shit.
yeah, exactly.
Selling consoles like hotcakes.
Well, thanks to Fire Pro.
Yeah. Once it gets on Oculus Rift, man.
Oh, baby, you can tell your
Oh,
friends
man.
on Facebook you're playing Fire Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, share it on Facebook.
Okay. Next question. Are we good?
I think
Yeah,
so.
I think we're good, man.
All right. This one comes from Lou Bega. He is, or just Lou. I'm a dummy. Because I like Mama Number 5. It's a good song. Lou Bega, if you're listening to this, man, I don't think you should have been a one-hit wonder. I think the world just didn't understand you at that time. You're like the Dreamcast. You came ahead of your time, and
Yeah.
people weren't ready for Mambo. But anyway,
Also, leave us a 5-star review on iTunes, Lou, if you can.
yeah, Lou Bega. What else you doing?
Bigger? Yeah. Come on.
And this one comes from our Lou, and he asks, what types of games do you wish you were better at? And in parentheses, he has like MMO, fighting, FPS, etc., etc. Yeah.
That's hard to answer because I'm good at everything.
Good one.
No, that's
Piece of shit.
sucks.
Fighting games.
Yeah, I was gonna say fighting games also.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. I feel like just all types of games, though, because I used to, my friends in university are total arseholes. And every time I was playing a game with them, they just used to go, oh, you suck at this game. You're really bad at this game. And I just wanted to be good at Halo. And they were really, really, really horrible about the fact that I was bad at Halo, because it was my first FPS and I never really got it. But I don't know. I can't think of a specific one.
I can't think of any either. Like I'm pretty like there's a couple of genres that I'm like better than others. Like MOBAs, I'm alright. Platformers, I think I'm pretty decent at platformers. But then
I
the rest,
suck at platformers. It's so bad.
it's pretty equal. Like everything else is quite equal. It depends like what if I sit and play an FPS game right now, I'm gonna suck. But if I play it for like 5 hours, I'm gonna get pretty decent again. It's just I can't just jump into a genre I didn't play for a long time. So I can't really say. I'm pretty, I guess, equal around. Maybe simulation games a little bit because I get pissed off and end up doing something stupid.
I mean, if we're talking like, okay, I wish I was instantly better at this game. I mean, MOBAs.
Yeah, you go for League of Legends and you'll be like pro player in a day.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is such a craze still. I mean, I always bring up MOBAs, but I mean, like, it's such a phenomenon that like I wish I can be good at it without having to spend the time to get good at it.
Yeah, for sure.
Because
you can erase that learning curve. 10 plus hours.
I think fighting games too, because I always look at fighting games and like I watch people competitively play them, and the matches look so fun and intense, and I'm like, I wish I was like good at that, but I mean, like, to get on like that kind of level, I mean, like, people use fight sticks and they invest money, like, oh, fuck off, like, I'm just gonna keep playing my MMOs. That's me.
I love watching those fighting game tournaments because I was watching one of them couple of weeks ago or something. I don't remember which one it was. And I was so hype. I'm like team infiltration the whole way. I love that guy. He's this like little Korean guy who's super polite to everyone, and he's just the best. And I got super into it. I was like, if I could play games like this, I would be so pleased with myself. If I could get this passionate about something, I'd be so happy with myself. But I'm not that kind of person. So I don't know.
Again, you have to put effort into that. Like, I'm not the best at a fighting game if I don't play it for a long time, but there was times when I would get into one, like the new Mortal Kombat game or Street Fighter 4 or something like that. We would get into it with my friend and we'd get pretty decent. So.
Oh, I'd love to be good at BlazBlue. I'd love to be good at BlazBlue.
I've never played BlazBlue.
Looks fun. It's
a good game, but I'm not very good at it. I just sort of know which button does the spammy move. So, I'm going to go with fighting games because I feel like then I'd have more fun with my friends who also play fighting games. Like, we used to have this big, like, all-nighter event at university called BlazBlueathon, where we just used to sit and play BlazBlue for, like, 16 hours.
Damn.
And just drink and have these drinks that we had that were Jägermeister and Tizer, and we used to call them Tager bombs because there's a character called Iron Tager in the game. It was good, but I sucked. I sucked really bad.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, if you're playing Mortal Kombat, make sure you just like memorize the fatalities for a couple characters, and if you're gonna suck, but like if like somehow luckily win and you do a fatality on them, like just look at their face. It's priceless. You like win with one of those cheap shots, just like get down and start kicking them or something, and you like win like that, and then just fatality on them.
And here we have the last question. Oh wait, Kubo, did you answer?
Yeah, fighting games.
Oh, okay.
Were you like away from your computer?
Did everyone pretty much answer fighting games?
Yeah,
answers already.
All right. This one comes from Daniel Hung. He asks, worst gaming experience?
I know. Got my answer. You ready?
Go ahead.
No one was saying anything, so I wasn't sure if Paul had died. I was like, just gonna keep saying words until someone says, okay. I went to a gaming event last year called Rezzed, and it's basically this whole like show floor where loads of indie devs go and show off their games and stuff. And I knew that my friend Perrin was going to show off his game journal, and I was talking to him for a little bit, and across from him there was this booth for a game called Ethan Meteor Hunter. and Perrin had to like do an interview and stuff. So I was like, I'm gonna go play this game because it looks kind of interesting, and it's this super hard as nails puzzle game. So I was playing this one level and I could not figure it out to save my life. If my life depended on it, I would have died. And then one of the devs walks over to me and starts laughing at me to just make me feel really good. And I'm getting really stressed out. My friend's laughing and the dev guy's laughing. And then he takes the controller off of me, does it for me. And I'm like, well, I'm done. I'm done with this. I don't like this game.
Everyone's ganged up on you.
Yeah, it felt horrible because I just felt so like stupid because I could not figure this thing out. It's horrible.
That's not what a dev should do.
You know what you have to do? You have to buy that game now and beat it.
You know what? I'm not going to. That's my story.
Silence.
I don't. Yeah.
Is the call dropped again? I don't know.
I can't think of any like particular, I guess, bad experience. Most of my bad experiences is when I'm trying to like turn a game on and it won't work.
I have that all the time.
That's the worst. That's the worst experience.
Someone answer me this question. Will the Steam box let me play on all the games that I've got that won't work on my computer?
Depends how much money you want to put in, which level of Steam box you're gonna get.
Wait, did somebody ask us that?
No, I just want to know.
Yeah, they're gonna have different tiers and different specs. And
if you put like $8,000 into one, it probably will play every game, no problem.
Well, I mean,
I want to play Oblivion, and I want to play The Walking Dead.
If there's gonna be an $8,000 Steam box, I mean, like there is
an $8,000.
Oh shit, is there?
Yeah. That's the most expensive one. That's the highest.
And also, you'll have to install Windows onto it probably. So I think they all come with Linux, I think, or Steam OS. I don't know, which is Linux based, I think. They'll be able to play.
I don't know.
But I know that. Oh, hiccups! Come on, Bill, fucking professional. There's I think they're gonna integrate into Steam once that's out, like on the Steam OS. Like it's gonna, when you go to a game on the store, I think it's gonna tell you, like your Steam box can play this on so and so settings.
Oh, I don't want to buy a Steam box if it's not going to play the games I want to play. Oh.
So yeah, pretty much raging at games not turning on. That's my answer.
Bill, all the time.
Wait, am I up?
Yeah.
Oh.
Go on, why not?
Worst gaming experience. Okay. 40-man raids on my old computer. In World of Warcraft. I did Molten Core. I was like 13. I had my parents' computer. It had like 512 megabytes of RAM. It was bare minimum, scraping the bottom of the barrel. And fighting the first two trash mobs in Molten Core while 40 other people are using their AoE and trying to run through this fiery volcano dungeon just ate my computer in half. And I was playing it. I had to be like 3 frames a second. And I was the off. So I was a lot of pressure on 13-year-old me. And it was just a fucking disaster. It was a horrible experience. Like, I have fond memories of it, but like when you look back at it, like, wow, Bill, you sat through 4 hours of looking at 2 frames a second. What a bad experience. Like, in general, like, why did I do that?
I really understand that because I used to play Minecraft on my laptop with a trackpad and everything.
Oh.
And it was on the lowest settings possible, and it ran at like maybe 1 FPS. It was really bad.
The things you do for love.
Mm.
My love for WoW forced my hand there. I had to rate.
Did you get the new computer? And you like tried something like that, and you were like, "Wow, this is what it looks like."
Yeah, I got to actually play WoW with.
Friends.
Yeah, I actually had to play the game. Oh wow! I made it 60 levels though with that thing, and into raids. But yeah, that's mine. Yokohama, did you answer?
Yeah, I did.
Did I zone out or something? Like, what the fuck did I do? I heard Ebby's.
I didn't hear Yokohama's. What was his?
Yeah, what was yours?
Just installing games and not working.
Oh.
Was it?
Oh.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good one. Like finding a game to where like your rig can probably run it, but like there's just some kind of problem or there's an incompatibility with either this kind of car or this.
That's how it was with Starbound.
Oh.
I bought Starbound like the first day that the beta came out, and I tried to installed it, downloaded, but then I just wouldn't play, and I'm just like, fuck this.
You sound so sad.
I really wanted to play it. I'm a big fan of Terraria. I watched like some gameplay video, and I'm like, this is gonna be so awesome. I'm gonna like go find a sword.
Sorry, I stretched.
All right then.
I thought you were angry.
Or constipated, one of the two.
I was like, why are you angry about Starbound?
Shit himself.
What happened?
He'll just shit himself.
I had to say, well, cool. Did you answer here? Did you answer?
No, I haven't yet.
Oh, do it.
All right. So I guess in general, like overall, it would be anything that has problems with, like the internet. Just like when my internet connection doesn't work with like a game, it just disconnect, like random disconnects, like that type of crap. Just like bugs me. You know what I mean? More specifically, I have a friend who basically just like he trolls us every game that we play, like every new game we play, and it's just like really frustrating and like aggravating because he thinks he's being hilarious. And like for the first like he's like one of those people like last night we're playing Diablo and he's just like every time a yellow drops he's like, hold on guys, I got a yellow, I gotta go back and ID, and he'll actually like leave our group, just like leave us behind, we're all dying. He'll like go to the Book of Cain, like identify it even though he knows he doesn't have to identify like a yellow, and he thinks it's like hilarious. And the first time it's funny, but then he just keeps like going on and doing that for like an hour, and we're just like want to kill ourselves. And yeah, he's just one of those people that like, and then he's not good at games, like he doesn't ever play games at all, so he needs us to like slowly tell him like every single like what to do with everything and like how to do it, or he just gets like really lost. And then he just gets bored, and then he just starts trolling and trying to kill us. So.
Well, he would have a lot of fun in Rust.
I know, right? That's what I was thinking, too.
Speaking of Rust.
Speaking of Rust, did you ever find a server?
I had some of my best recent gaming experiences in that game. I was playing the other day, and I was playing with two of my friends, and I zoned into the server, and I was naked. I had nothing, and like when you have nothing and everything, you just kind of just do. You're not scared to encounter other players. So I go up and I see a house and like a big fort some guy built, and I'm naked. I'm sitting out there. I'm yelling. I'm like, "Is anybody in there? Let me in!" And this guy, he comes out to his window and he goes, "Who the hell are you?" And I'm like, fuck yeah, there's a guy in there. Like, you can't tell if someone's in their house. You have to just yell and hope they fucking hear you. And I go, and I don't know why I said my name was Bo. Like, I don't know why. And then
Bo.
And then he comes out and he goes, "Well, now you're fucking dead." And he shot me. And I'm like, okay, fuck you, whatever. Try to be friends. And I kept saying that name for some reason. Like, and my friends and I made a religion and a cult on the server called Bo. So we were talking in chat, like just saying stupid shit, like people were like, "Oh, stop camping my corpse" or whatever, "Stop camping my items," and I was like, "Bo, forgive you," stupid shit like that, like stupid stuff. So we came upon this guy's house, and we see a guy in there. It's a little shack, not really a shack, but he had a metal door, so he had resources to build that to protect himself. And so we're all three of us standing out there, and I'm just reciting these fake prayer verses about Bo, trying to convert this guy to donate to our Church of Bo, trying to give us money, trying to rob him basically, but just by being idiots with a Church of Bo. And he's yelling back out, "Get away from my house, heathens!" And like, this guy's taking this shit seriously. Like this is like this guy's role playing. Like, I mean, like, to be fair, I mean, I guess we were too, but I mean, like, he was getting into it. And so there's this like 45 minutes of standoff trying to convert this guy to Boism. And then I said to my friend, I go, "Dude, his house was situated between two rocks. I was on one rock where he couldn't see me. My other friends were behind another rock. And I'm like, dude, he keeps opening the door to shout at us. Next time he opens it, blast him with a shotgun. Like, just fucking shoot him." And he does it. The door opens, and my friend's standing with a shotgun, just ready to shoot, just ready. I'm yelling at the prayer, trying to get him to open the door again. And he opens the door, and my friend gets a shot off, but he fucking destroys my friend with a shotgun. Like, just blows his fucking face off. And I'm like, oh shit. Like, this guy's fucking serious. And so then we're still there. I'm not leaving. This guy obviously has shit in there. And he wants to keep protected. We need it. We need bullets. So there's this whole standoff, and I'm yelling stuff, and then he's yelling stuff back, role-playing, and yelling stuff back. And we finally kill him. And he was such a good sport about it. Like, it was a ton of fun. Like, I had so much fun doing that. Like, it was a situation where it wasn't like, okay, let's just blow his house up, or he's going to kill us on sight. Like, there was lots of conversation beforehand, and it was a really cool experience. And we didn't take his stuff. We let him keep his stuff. And I added him on Steam. Now he's my friend. But it was tons of fun. I love Rust. I love shit like that. It's such a cool experience. I don't know why I started talking about that, but you know.
That sounds very unique. A unique experience.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, it's really player driven. Like, I mean, like, you know, like you might buy the game and never have an experience like that ever.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, because I decided to initiate a religious conversion in the middle of the wilderness, some guy played along with it, and
yeah, it all comes
cool.
down to like your imagination.
Yeah, it's
how
fun.
you want to play the game.
I like that. It's fun.
Did we not have any questions from last week?
Any leftovers? I don't think so. No.
Wait, is that all the questions?
Yeah.
I'm sure we had like 10 last time.
It's fine. It's all good.
Okay.
I guess we're done.
I think this podcast is over.
I think I had something I wanted to say. I forgot what it was, though.
Give us reviews on iTunes.
Yeah, let's reviews on iTunes.
Rate us on iTunes.
So we'll read any and all of them.
And worship the god of Bo.
We worship
too.
Yeah, I mean, especially rate us too, so that they can start showing up. Because like it doesn't, even if like one person rates us, it won't show it. You need to have a certain number before it's like displays them. I'm not sitting here begging for it, but I mean, like, you know, just, you know,
please.
Yeah, it'd be cool. We like this podcast.
Yeah,
quite a lot.
Give us some love.
It helps us.
That wasn't what you wanted to say at all, was it?
No.
It was needed to be said, though.
Yeah. Anyway, this has been Permadeath Podcast, episode 8. Thank you for the questions. Thank you for joining us. We hope you have a great rest of whatever day or week or life moment you're living in right now. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. If it's not your birthday, sorry. If it's a holiday in your country, happy holidays.
Holiday.
And if you like Permadeath, support us by subscribing on iTunes, YouTube, and
follow us on Twitter
and Facebook, and
what else do we have? Is that it?
I applied to put us on Stitcher.
Oh, there you go.
Stitcher.
Like the second biggest podcast network on the internet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not the first, but we're working our way there.
I did not get email back from them.
Bastards.
But I did submit us.
Alright.
So,
well, if it's like iTunes, it's going to take like 3 months or something like that.
Well,
so whatever.
Thankfully, when I submitted it to Stitcher, it didn't say, sorry, we have technical difficulties. It just went right in. That's why when I submitted this to iTunes, I was bored. And I'm like, okay, I'm so sick of Permadeath not being on iTunes because of some stupid fucking reason. I'm just going to try to submit the link again, see what happens. I know it's going to tell me no again. And it made it to a new stage. It said, okay, you don't have an image for your podcast. And I'm like, okay, well, how the fuck do I add an image? Where do I add this image? You just do it through FeedBurner. I found that out. But and I'm like, oh shit. So that means if I add an image, it'll add it to iTunes. So I added the image, and then boom, no more technical difficulties. And I'm like, okay. I felt less stupid because now that means it was not my fault. The first 80 times I tried it, it means they were actually having technical difficulties. So, fuck yeah.
Defending your honor.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Thank you, everybody. That was it. Thank you for the questions.
Thanks.
Goodbye, everybody. We hope. I already said goodbye, didn't I?
Good day and good night.
Let's just get back to playing Diablo.
Yeah. Yeah. About that. Goodbye, everybody.